Blade that never dulled, the shocking, silent dominance of Dexter Jackson that left the bodybuilding world stunned. In a sport obsessed with size, chaos, and monstrous mass, one man carved a completely different legacy, quietly, relentlessly, and with surgical precision. Dexter Jackson didn't just compete, he outlasted generations, slicing through eras like a blade that refused to dull. They called him the Blade for a reason. But here's the shocking truth. His dominance wasn't built on noise, hype, or outrageous transformation stories. It was built on something far more terrifying, consistency that bordered on the unreal. While giants rose and fell, careers burned bright and faded fast, Dexter Jackson stayed. Year after year, show after show, stage after stage, and he didn't just show up, he won. At a time when bodybuilding was shifting toward freakish size, when competitors pushed the limits of human mass, Dexter did the unthinkable. He didn't chase size blindly. He refined, he sharpened, he perfected. His physique wasn't just big, it was complete. Symmetry, conditioning, detail, balance. Every muscle looked like it was carved with intention, not just grown. And that's what made him dangerous. Because while others relied on overwhelming mass, Dexter walked in with a physique that judges couldn't ignore. He wasn't the biggest man on stage, but he was often the best. Then came the moment that shocked the entire bodybuilding world. The stage was set, legends stood tall, expectations were locked. And then, Dexter Jackson dethroned the king. He defeated Ronnie Coleman's successor, the massive and dominant Jay Cutler, at the Mr. Olympia. No one saw it coming. The Blade didn't war, he didn't intimidate. He simply outperformed. It was a victory that shattered assumptions. A moment that proved bodybuilding wasn't just about size, it was about execution. Precision, perfection. Unbelievable part of his story. Not even close, because what Dexter Jackson did next was something almost no one in bodybuilding history has ever achieved. He kept going, and going, and going. While careers ended in injuries, burnout, or decline, Dexter seemed immune to time itself. He competed across decades, standing shoulder to shoulder with athletes half his age, and still beating them. Let that sink in. A man who turned pro in the 1990s was still competing at the highest level in the 2020s. That's not normal. That's not even rare. That's almost impossible. Behind that longevity was a mindset that few truly understand. Dexter didn't chase trends. He didn't panic. He didn't reinvent himself every season. He trusted the process. While others pushed extremes and paid the price, Dexter maintained a balance that allowed him to survive and thrive in one of the most punishing sports in the world. It wasn't flashy, it was discipline. And that discipline built a career that outlasted icons. Think about this. Over 20 plus years at the top level, dozens of professional wins, a Mr. Olympia title, an Arnold Classic victory, and a reputation as one of the most consistent physiques ever to step on stage. That's not just a career. That's a masterclass in longevity. But here's where the story takes a surprising turn. Despite all the victories, all the records, all the years of dominance, Dexter Jackson never relied on controversy, drama, or loud personality to stay relevant. He let his physique speak. In a world screaming for attention, he remained calm, and somehow, that made him even more powerful. Because when the lights hit the stage and the poses began, there was no noise left, only judgment, only comparison, only truth. And time after time, Dexter Jackson stood there, conditioned, confident, and completely undeniable. And then, after decades of competing, something even more shocking happened. He walked away, not forced out, not broken, not defeated. He retired on his own terms. Still competitive, still respected, still capable. That's rare. Most bodybuilders don't get that ending. They're pushed out by injury, overshadowed by new talent, or fade into irrelevance. But Dexter, he exited like he lived his career, controlled, calculated, and complete. And here's the twist that leaves people stunned. In a sport where bigger was supposed to be better, where extremes defined greatness, where chaos often overshadowed control, it was a calm, calculated, razor-sharp athlete who proved that precision beats excess. Dexter Jackson didn't just win shows, he rewrote the rules. Because in the end, the most shocking thing about the Blade wasn't his victories, wasn't his longevity, wasn't even his Olympia title. It was this. He proved that perfection, not size, is what truly stands the test of time.